Let's get into the action here on day 4 at the Old Trafford Test match. The 4th of the Ashes Test matches for this series. Australia, of course, with a 2-1 lead, I believe, after the first 3 Test matches. Nathan Lyon and Mitchell Starc starting things off today. There's an outside edge. England ending the day 1 for 68. Jason Roy bringing up his half century with a outside edge in the second over of the day, and it's going to be key. I think he was one of the players last night that really just started to get a move on for England. He's got another boundary here. He's 56 from just 63, so he's striking the ball well. He's getting the scoreboard ticking over for England, which is a massive thing today. You know, they are chasing 382 on the scoreboard, so it is a long chase. If he can get a lot of these runs, and I guess get them quickly, leave less to the lower order, it's going to be a big positive for them moving forward. And he goes again with another 4. So he's having a good crack. Less than 300 remaining now. And even Joe Root getting in on the action. A full toss from Mitch Starc. Dispatched through mid-wicket for 4. They'll fancy their chances here, England. You have a look at the wicket. It still looks pretty good to bat on. There aren't too many footholes or foot marks or really any sort of deterioration on the pitch. It's almost stayed as pristine as it was on day 1, and the conditions really suit, you know, just batting, I think, and batting a lot of time. So that's going to be key for England. Another inside edge from Joe Root as they brought up that 100. Delivery a go. Can they get enough runs and hold the fort enough? That is a good cut shot from Jason Roy. That's 4. It's going to be a test of will for both sides. Australia get a couple wickets quickly. It puts them right in position A. But if England keep going the way they're going, and if Jason Roy's at the crease at T, I think England will win the match. So it's a big task for both teams. Oh, splitting the gap there through point. There's Roy, that's a couple more. Should bring up the 100-run partnership between these, or is it the 50-run partnership? Might be the 50-run partnership. I don't even know when that first wicket fell. But a good partnership between these two. And Jason Roy just keeps going about his business. Now, Nathan Lyon, of course, took 7 wickets in the opening innings. Yet to really have an impact so far. And with the seamers just getting absolutely bullied like they are, I think Lyon is going to be the key. Oh, these seamers are going to have to get a move on because Jason Roy is on fire at the moment. Moves himself to 86. How is that one? They have a bit of a shout. Just might have hit him outside the line. Umpire says not out. Australia decide to not do anything. That'll be drinks. Big session for England. They've got the total down to 250 further runs to chase. So they are closing the gap ever so slightly, and they're still yet to lose a wicket. So Joe Root and Jason Roy doing a very nice job. Hazelwood to continue after the drinks break of the morning session. But a great start from an England perspective. Lots of runs on the board early. Hazelwood to Roy. Oh, that's close. Hazelwood not really interested, but the finger goes up. It's been given. Australia get the breakthrough on day 4, and it is the danger man, Jason Roy. Consults with Joe Root, decides to not review the decision. Probably going on to hit leg stump. So, you keep their reviews, England. Joe Denley coming to the crease. And that's a massive wicket for the Aussies. Just having a bit of a yawn there. Why? This is a cracking game of cricket. Oh, and an inside edge from Denley. Straight off the bat. Just somehow evades the stumps. Gets away with a single. Another outside edge this time from Joe Denley. They've been quite lucky with their edges today, England. A lot of them finding the rope or missing the stumps. No real danger there. Nathan Lyon continuing. That is a cracking shot from Joe Root over the top. Almost a chance for Mitchell Starc to catch it. But it does go all the way to the boundary for 4. Nathan Lyon just still in a spot of bother today. That's in the gap again from Joe Root. He saw how Roy was playing today, and he thought, that's the way I need to go about it to continue his form, and it really putting more and more pressure on Australia. England, they're just chipping away at this total ever so slightly. Leading edge from Denley. Stark dives across and can't quite take it. That's an extraordinary effort from the big man, but unfortunately he could not take the catch. Let's have a look at this on the replay. It's a big, full ball. Gets the leading edge and just can't grasp it with his hand there. Mitchell Stark. Would have been another one. And the next ball, Joe Denley. He's hit it for 4. Oh, is this a chance? Maybe. Certainly was a bottom edge from Joe Root. Umpire says not out. Might have been a full toss and hit it before it hit the ground. The Australians are deliberating here for quite a long time. Did he hit it? 3, 2, 1. No. Yes, it is sort of a bump ball, but it is somehow missed the stumps of Joe Root there as well. That is very close. Nathan Lyon finally starting to look a little bit damaging as Joe Root hits him through point all the way to the boundary, and that's 50 for him. 6 fours there, a strike rate of 46. Done a very nice job today, Joe Root. Inside edge onto pad. Denley's ball balloons in the air. Can they get to it, the Australians? No, they can't. So perhaps a missed opportunity this time. An outside edge. Denley gone. Catch taken. Finger goes up. And it's a big wicket for Australia. Just Mitch Stark set him up beautifully and got him driving outside the off stump. Bit of width. Creates the chance. And the wicket for Australia brings Ben Stokes to the crease. England still need 221. Australia still requiring 7 wickets. Stokes on strike. Outside edge. Stark has 2 very quick ones. Stokes to go. Mitch Stark again. It's pace the answer for Australia today. And after not playing since the opening test match of the series, Mitchell Stark, he's come alive in this second innings. Stokes gone. Bold Stark caught Warner. England 4 for 165. Bairstow to the crease for England. And it's still a lead of 217 for Australia. Mitchell Stark steaming in right now. And it's a dot ball. So Stark's been pretty effective with the ball today. Got a few wickets. Got 1 late yesterday. Got a couple today. He and Josh Hazlewood, the seamers, have taken all 4 wickets here for Australia. Nathan Lyon still trying desperately with the pitch not really giving him a hell of a lot. Had a bit of drift with maybe some reasonably, windy conditions. This is close. Australia going up, maybe just swinging a fraction too much. Bairstow surviving there. Australia's decision not to review that one, but Stark continues to steam in. And a short one on this occasion. So he is trying to maybe set him up. A couple short ones, a couple full ones. And that'll take us to lunch on day 1. So Australia, they recovered after what was a poor first 15 overs where Jason Roy really dominated the game. Joe Root still at the crease, 61 not out. He's the key. Johnny Bairstow at the crease as well. And Josh Butler, the leading run scorer for the series, still to come. So England would fancy their chances, especially when they're getting a bit of luck like that. Joe Root hitting that one to the boundary. Not really intentionally. It was an outside edge, now an inside edge. The lead of Australia underneath 200. And it's just slowly a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here for England. They are gaining and chipping away at this lead. They just can't afford to lose any more wickets. You would think, oh, gee, almost chipped back straight to the bowler from Root. And they've reached the halfway point of this chase. If you've just noticed, England have made 192. They need a further 190. It is a big one. Outside edge, not carrying. I think that's Josh Hazelwood in the gully there. Doesn't quite get to him. And Bairstow able to put this one away for a couple more. So this partnership starting to build. Bairstow been at the crease for 29 balls now. Joe Root, another thickish outside edge. Just the single this time. Brings up the 200 for England. Bairstow now. Oh no, it's Root again. Continues to drive comfortably. And I think that's what you can do when there's not a lot of movement. If there's not a lot of movement off the pitch or really in the air, it's reliable bounce and outside edge from Bairstow. Goes to the rope for 4. He moves to 19. Just had to get any sort of bat on that one, especially with the pace Stark is bowling at. That's an outside edge. And what a catch! In the gully from Marnus Labuschagne. Oh, Mitchell Stark has 4. Driving and diving to his left in spectacular fashion. Labuschagne has the wicket. Or at least the catch that brings Australia another wicket. They're closing in. They're one more away from the tail. Josh Buttler, the leading run scorer of the series, to the crease. And all of a sudden, Nathan Lyon just starting to look a little bit more dangerous there with the ball. Of course, Australia will know Josh Buttler made 98 in the opening match, and then a 150 odd or 160 odd in the second match, so in the second innings of that first game. It's going to be a big effort for the Aussies to really keep this going. Joe Root into the mid-80s now. As he continues to be a key for England. He's happy to just tuck that away on the onside and get these singles. And just again, we've just had a little bit of a lull in the game for a moment. Both the batsmen not willing to really take on too many risks. The bowler's not really willing to give up too many boundaries. So it's just been a few singles here and there. 150 more to go for England. As Australia brought Labuschagne into the attack just to maybe hold up an end. Again, we just see another single here. Now it's 150 more for England to win. So they're just so slightly closing that gap again and again. And if Joe Root and Josh Buttler keep at the crease for a little bit longer, even maybe to the end of this session, England could very well put themselves in a winning position, which didn't seem likely at the end of tea yesterday. Seemed Australia maybe bat them out of the game, but there's still a lot of time left in the game, and still the wicket looks pretty good. Labuschagne doing a nice job in this over, holding up the balls, not allowing too many runs to be scored, just the 2 runs from that over. So he's doing a good job at that end, keeping England quiet. Allowing his seamer in Mitchell Stark to attack from the other end. At Joe Root, who's currently on 94. Can't get it away here. Something's going to have to give. There's either going to be a boundary soon or a wicket, you feel. Oh, it's close! The Aussies are going up. Root scurries away for a leg bye. The Australians very adamant about that appeal. Umpire says not out. Steve Smith puts his hand on his face, and very quickly the Aussies have called for the review. So let's have a look at this one. Again, that's a fair delivery. Can we move on to front on? We're looking at Snicko here. Is there any bat involved? No, looks like it's clearly hit. So sort of his pad there. The angle of the delivery is obviously coming around the wicket, the left armour. Is it going on to hit the stumps? Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wickets hitting. Australia get the wicket. They were after. It's Joe Root gone for 94. Mitchell Starc, the barest of margins between hitting and umpire's call there. And a massive wicket for Australia. Joe Root will go for 94. England 6 for 240. So a massive review from the Australian team brings Chris Woakes to the crease. Australia require a further 4 wickets for a victory. England require a further 143 runs to get victory. Chris Woakes, bit of an inside edge there. They're having a shout, but I think there was certainly some bat involved. And an outside edge this time from Woakes, and it's gone to the boundaries, so they get away with another one. Bowling by Nathan Lyon as well. None for 71 for him from his 20 overs, so he hasn't really been either economical or taken any wickets so far. Does Mitchell Starc have 4 wickets so far? I think he does. Maybe he's got 5. I'm not too sure. So, Australia, Labuschagne going up here. Is this a chance? They actually look pretty close. And Australia, they like it as well. They're going to go upstairs and review this decision. So, has Marnus Labuschagne been able to get a wicket? Or Labuschagne. Is it Labuschagne? I feel like it's Labuschagne. I always say Labu. Labuschagne. Marnus Labuschagne. Has he got the wicket here? So, pitching in line. Does it turn enough? That's the question. No, impact outside leg, and it's going on to miss the leg stump. So, Australia with a couple of overs before the new ball. Just bowling some spin here to get those eyes. What am I talking about? To get through these overs as quickly as they can before the new ball comes in, because that's obviously going to be critical to them winning this match. Oh, gee, was that a possible opportunity? Sort of a bat onto the ground rather than bat on the pad, but he's creating some chances. Nathan Lyon now. Hits the outside edge of Butler. He's now able to slice this one away for a couple of runs. That's 80 overs gone. England 6 for 577. New ball is available for Australia. They haven't taken it yet. As Josh Butler just smashes Joshy Hazelwood for 4. And again, so Butler, I think, recognises the situation as well now. The only way that England are going to get these runs are with people actually trying to hit the runs. They're not going to hang around, you wouldn't think. Woakes has been at the crease for 28 deliveries. But Butler's going to need to do a bulk of the work, and he's got that one to the boundary as well. So, Australia, they need to take wickets with this new ball. And Josh Butler's thinking, it's a new ball, it's a harder ball, and I'm going to hit runs with it. Only 111 to go. It's through the gap again, this time from Woakes. And he's hung around and played a handy innings here. 37 balls at the crease already. 15 runs. Inside edge, no ball, 4, so it's 5. And that Australian lead is now under 100. 100 runs more for England to win. This game is starting to really lighten up. Another big hit. Another one into the gap. 4 more for Butler. He moves to 43. And a thick outside edge for a boundary. All of a sudden, it's just 90 more required for England. And he moves to 49 now, so he's closing in on a half century. But he wouldn't be thinking about that. He'd be thinking about those 87 more runs England require. Even Chris Woakes, he's been at the crease 59 deliveries now. Picks up 3 here. 84 more runs for England to win. Can Nathan Lyon create a breakthrough? As Butler picks up a single, brings up his 50. Been a good innings. Started to really accelerate lately. 6 boundaries in there from 85 balls. Couple of hours at the crease. Oh, maybe a chance. That's what they're trying to do, Australia. They've got that catching mid-wicket in there. He's there for that miscued shot through mid-wicket. 300 up for England. And they can continue to just chip the ball around here. Nathan Lyon is starting to get into a bit of form, but England continue to make it a nightmare for Australia and keep pushing on. With only 80 runs required, oh, that's gone to the boundary as well. With only 76 required, England could be the favourites now to winning this game. As long as these two are at the crease. England are a big chance, but there's a wicket. Massive delivery from Mitchell Starc. The grip and movement off the seam, absolutely elite. He's bowled Wokes around his wicks, around his legs, from around the wicket. Massive movement off the seam, just nipped off the pitch. Australia get wicket number 7. England still needs 70 runs. Jofra Archer to the crease. 95 overs gone, 7 for 312. Now Archer gets it away through mid-wicket. For a couple. He's just got to hang around. We know Butler's got the runs in him. And even Archer, he's stuck around a few times in this series. I think he's only been dismissed once. Throughout the 2 innings, 2 matches he's played. And a few not outs there at the bottom end of the spectrum. So if Australia can't get him out, and he can stick around and even hit boundaries like this, England will win the test match. In the air. And 4 for Butler. He keeps going. 7 for 330 for England. Butler the key. Only 52 more to go. Inside edge on a pad. Is this out? The Aussies think so. The umpire says yes. And Nathan Lyon gets the wicket. So all of a sudden, he's done not a lot in this innings. And just a shot onto sort of the inside of the ankle. Bounces up. Butler's gone for 62. He's semi-pleased with his effort there, but it puts England 8 down. Stuart Broad to the crease. Still 52 more runs needed. But Jofra Archer, he's playing all right at the moment. So there's still maybe a chance for England. 52 further runs. Stuart Broad not bad with the bat either. So Archer pulls this one away. They just get 1. They're closing this gap every single over. 43 more runs. 41 more runs. Archer goes in the air. And Archer finds the rope. 37 to go. Now even Broad cuts it away. It's racing away from Mitchell Marsh down there. They'll get at least 3. As they come back for 3 runs. It's under 35. It's 35 runs more for England to win. Archer and Broad, if they can hang around long enough. Oh, jeez, Cummins. Very close. If they can just stick it out. Australia still applying the pressure. Big pressure from both teams now. It's massive, this game. 33 more runs to go. Make that 31. England closing the gap. Jofra Archer and Stuart Broad. Could this be the partnership that wins the game for England? Could Nathan Lyon be the man to win it for Australia? He's got it! Archer's going to go. It's an outside edge. He was trying to get the runs. Went with a big swing. And got the outside edge. Tim Payne, some good glove work behind the stumps. And it's a big wicket for Australia. One more wicket away from victory. But England still with a chance. Jack Leach coming to the crease with Stuart Broad. Two left-handers. Stuart Broad's found the gap on the onside. Through mid-wicket, it's 2. 31 more runs required, or 29 more runs required now. And Stark really just trying to get Australia over the line here. This is the last, or second last over of the day. So we might not get a result tonight. There is no extra half hour to be played. There is only 2 more overs left in the day. Oh, sweep from Broad. He's found the gap. And it's gone to the boundary for 4. 22 more runs. Playing a miss. We're down to the last over of the day's play. Mitchell Stark to Jack Leach. Oh, this is close. Certainly was swinging in. Oh, that says the umpire. They don't review. Outside edge, almost to the fly slip from Leach, but it's gone to the rope. He's got away with it for 4. It's a thick leading edge. Last ball of the day's play. And it's a dot ball. So England need... They're trailing by a further 18 runs. 111 overs bowled. I think that... Is that an unlucky number in English cricket? Not quite sure, but we come out here on day 5. England need 18 to win. Australia need 1 wicket to win. Nathan Lyon to start us off today. Oh, this is close. He's given him. Australia win the Ashes and the series. That is the same thing. The test match is done. Stuart Broad going to send this upstairs though. Oh dear. Yeah, was it close? It certainly turned enough. There's certainly no bat involved. But it's just not quite getting there. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets umpire's call. It's going on to clip the off stump. The decision will stay out. A finger goes up. Australia win. England lose the series, an 18-run victory for Australia in what was a thrilling test match. England, 111.1 overs. I swear 111 is an unlucky number in English cricket. And they're all out for 364. Mitchell Stark, the player of the game. 6 for 126 in that second innings to go along with his 63 with the bat. So, massive performance from him. Nathan Lyon, critical late in the test as well, taking 3 of the last 4 wickets for the Aussies. And they win the series. They lead at 3-1. It is finished. Australia retain the Ashes in England for the first time since 2001. If you enjoyed this video and this series, you will be seeing a 5th test match very soon. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below how you're feeling about this. Have a good weekend, everyone. I'll see you later.